The 2011 Mississippi River Flood. The 2011 Mississippi River flood was caused by a myriad of factors. These included high snowmelt in the spring, particularly heavy rainfall, the tornado outbreak of 2011, which also dumped a particularly large amount of water on the region, and the fact that the 2010 through 2011 winter was unusually long and cold. A flood of this magnitude is exceptionally rare, the only comparable event being the 1927 event. Even so, the 2011 flood still eclipsed the former, as the extent of the damage, which was due to a larger current population, far surpassed that of the former. This was an exceptionally large event, as it impacted 119 counties across 6 states. Human activity definitely had a large impact upon the flood. While it was somewhat controllable, the fact that the Birds Point levee had to be explosively breached made the flood more powerful and less predictable. Climate change was not the cause of this event, but it certainly will be responsible for events like it in the future. This is due to the fact that it will increase the likelihood of events involving extreme precipitation, which, as in the case of this event, was the cause. The societal and economic impacts of the flood were extensive. It was responsible for over $2.8 billion of damage. In addition, thousands of families were affected, with the flood being responsible for the damage of 21,000 homes and businesses, as well as the damage of 1.2 million acres of agricultural land. Obviously, damage on this scale severely impacted people and businesses. Several neighborhoods were even submerged due to sand boils or the overflow of stream banks. Those two aren't the same. Just two different causes of the submersion of these two neighborhoods. The flood also seriously affected coastal towns, such as Eagle Lake, where several piers and boathouses suffered damage. This, in turn, negatively affected the boating and fishing available, and it suffered an economic loss as a result. Moreover, it negatively impacted trade in the region, and the delivery of coal from New Orleans was also slowed down significantly. However, the flood was able to be mitigated. Despite the extensive damage caused by it, the Mississippi River and tributary system operated as it was intended to and was mostly successful in controlling the flood. In order to reduce the stress caused by the surge of water, 3 major floodways were opened. This was the first time that 3 had been opened for only one flood, and it is unlikely that this will have to happen soon, as it is such a rare event. City pumping stations in the future will be properly maintained, as improper maintenance resulted in localized flooding. In addition, smartphones and social media were also used and will be used in the future, as they were particularly effective at alerting and instructing residents as to what to do and the damage and danger of the flood. Moreover, as a result of this flood, several properties were condemned or gutted because they were no longer structurally sound. However, the effort to fix the Mississippi River and tributary system wasn't totally successful, and it was noted that there were several vulnerabilities both in the system and operating plans of the facility.